welcome to my YouTube channel, Yoga with Joan Bossy. I'm Joan and this is Yoda. Thank you so much for joining me today. We have a short, gentle yoga practice for you. So coming to a seated position on the mat, we can close our eyes. And I just want to thank Sue for making me this beautiful shirt, Yoga with Joan Bossy. I have my little Yoda here, who's usually with me. And let's begin. Let's close our eyes. We'll take a nice deep breath in through the nose and a nice exhale through the mouth. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhaling and exhaling. Last time, filling up those lungs. And an equal in length or longer exhale. And then letting our breath return to normal. May this practice open up energy channels in your body and make you feel wonderful. Also, may yoga today bring a peace of mind throughout all the breathing that we do and allow you to be calmer. And you can go ahead and visualize the face of someone that you love or someone that's special to you or someone that just might need a little extra love and care. We can dedicate the practice to this person. So let's go ahead and visualize their face today. And I'm visualizing my beautiful friend Cheryl, who is in my gentle yoga class, who misses me and misses my teaching. I had to take some time away from that class, so really appreciate her. So sending love out and warm, gentle feelings to that person that you're visualizing. And you can go ahead and let the eyes float open. We're going to take our left fingers and tent them as we bring the right arm up. Exhaling that arm over and really stretching, keeping that right hip on the floor. And then we'll do the other side, reaching up and overhead. Really noticing where you feel the stretch today. And then we'll let that arm come down. Hands come to the front as we drop the head and shoulders, letting ourselves go, breathing here. You can hear my little buddy snoring in the corner. And as we come back up, we'll change the cross of our legs and we'll drop the chin to the chest. And then back up. We'll take the right ear to the right shoulder, nice and gentle, dropping it down and maybe adding an arm, the hand for a gentle weight. You can crawl the opposite hand out on the mat or bring it into the air for an added shoulder stretch. Another breath here. We'll let that head come back up. We'll go ahead and do the other side, bringing that left ear down towards that shoulder. Any amount, just let it drop. Maybe the hand can come down, lightly resting on the head as we crawl the fingers out. Breathing here. And then letting the head drop back up. We'll let that neck drop down, chin to chest. And then take a look up. We'll do this a couple times. Continuing that flow of breath in and out. And then one more time, dropping the chin. Take a look up. Beautiful. And then we'll let the chin drop and let the head roll to the right. And you can stay here or go all the way around if that feels good. And then we'll drop the chin and go the other direction, staying here or letting the head gently roll back on all the way around. Coming back to the center. Beautiful. We'll bring the arms reaching out of the waist and we're going to hold here for a moment, really stretching, letting the right arm drop to the left knee, Taking a twist over to the opposite side, over to that left side, breathing, softening the jaw and the face. We'll come back to the center, doing the other side, inhaling, exhaling. Really nice, gentle twist in the waist. And sending ourselves back. We'll bring the legs out nice and wide, dropping the knees from left to right. Loosening up the hips a little bit. And then we'll bring ourselves over onto our backs, using our ab muscles to come down nice and slow. We're holding the backs of the knees. As we stretch out the left leg, sending the right knee into the chest, we'll take some hip circles out to the side and around, really feeling this opening in the hips as we take our second circle. And one more time. And then we'll go the other direction, really, again, tuning into the muscles, the joint, maybe hearing a few clicks and pops. That's going to be totally normal. And when you've finished 2, 3 rolls, coming back to the center and drawing the knee gently in, we'll point and flex the foot, ankle circles in both directions, sending that leg up, and then taking a hold of it and flexing the foot to increase the stretch as we draw that leg towards us. Ooh, the back of my hamstring is tight. I went for a run this morning. And you can always hold the toe with the first 2 fingers if that feels good, if it's accessible. Or you could hold the back of the thigh. And we'll take another breath here. And again, really feel that tension in the leg. And then we'll let that leg begin to open to the right, keeping that left hip down, over to the opposite side. Maybe looking over to the right or up with the neck. And then we'll draw that leg in one more time for a breath. Bending the knee, we'll draw the opposite knee in, taking a little rock from side to side, or holding here. We'll draw the other leg down. And if this is too much, you can always bring the right foot down, bending that knee so it's not as big of a stretch. And holding the back of the foot, we'll take those hip circles out to the left and around. Again, really feeling the opening in the hip. Maybe a click or a pop here or there. And when you've done 3, you can begin to change direction using your core muscles, or you can actually guide the leg around. Good. And then letting yourself return to the center. You can hold the back of the foot, flexing and pointing, rolling the ankle one direction and then the other. And then we'll bring that leg up towards the sky, drawing it in any amount. You can flex that foot, holding and breathing. And then you could, again, grab hold of the toe or hold the left hand to balance the leg as you come over to the left. Maybe looking over to the right as we draw the leg through the middle and off to the other side. Any amount of stretch is perfect. Take a look over the left shoulder. And then back to the center, drawing that leg in for a breath. And then we'll let that foot down, drawing both knees in, coming to the floor with our feet about hips width apart. Feel for those heels with your longest finger. As we get ready for a bridge pose here, letting ourselves push our palms into the ground, keeping the thighs towards each other as we lift. And you can hold for a couple breaths at the top. You can interlace the fingers, rolling the shoulders in. Beautiful. And then palms are flat on the floor as we find our way back down. And as soon as the tailbone hits the ground, we'll send ourselves back up. Nice bridge pose here, really stretching. And then finding our way back down. And then one more time, sending those hips up, pushing into the ground with those feet and hands. Maybe rolling the shoulders in, interlacing the fingers. And if you're not holding up too long, it's okay. Just come back down when you're ready. Bridge is always energizing. And then sending ourselves back down. Long vertebra coming all the way to the ground. And when the tailbone sets back down, you can draw the knees in again. And you can roll either to one side to come up or hold the backs of the thighs as we rock a little bit forward and backward. Coming to your hands and knees. Coming into some cat-cows, dropping that belly, inhale. And exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale for cow. Exhale to cat. And then we'll sit those hips back, sending our hands forward for child's pose. And maybe the head doesn't come down all the way. That's okay. You can just drop it down. Wherever it lands is perfect. And you can walk the hands over to the right, one at a time. Maybe a gentle lean with the hips to the left as we breathe here. And we'll walk back the other direction. Finding a nice shoulder back stretch on the other side. Mindfully bringing yourself back. Finding tabletop. And from here, turning those toes under and sending the hips high up. You can always make fists with your hands if this hurts your wrists. Bending one knee and then the other. You can also spread the hands wide, pushing into the thumb, finger, as well as all the fingers. And then we'll bend the knees generously, walking to the front of our mat. Inhaling to a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale down, and we root down to rise, reaching up. Exhaling our hands to our heart. Take a nice side bend. Right arm lifts. And then the left, reaching out of the waist. And then both arms are going to lift. Exhaling the hands to the heart. Now, since this is gentle yoga, we're going to come into warrior one. So we're at the front of our mat. We'll send the right leg back and out. And the front knee is over the ankle, long back leg. As we bring our hips forward, allowing the arms to rise up. And if this hurts your arms, you could always hold your waist. Another breath here, really grounding and rooting, as well as lifting gently in the chest. And then we'll bring the hands together into the heart. We'll step forward, Taking a moment to breathe. And then we'll do the other side, taking a step back with the left foot. And I'll come over here so you can see me. So finding that stance. Sometimes both the heels can be aligned. Doesn't have to be exactly how everybody else looks. As long as your hips are forward, your knees over your ankle in the front, and lifting those arms and really lifting the chest as we root those feet down. We'll take another couple breaths. Maybe you add your Ujjayi breath. Bringing the hands together into the heart. Step forward, taking a breath here. And then we'll step back to Warrior Two today. We'll take the front leg, the right leg, and I'll come to this side so you can see me. And we'll bring it back, stepping out a little wider so that the hips are off to the side, almost parallel with the back of the mat. And the arms can stay on the waist, or you could add them, really reaching in opposite directions. Oof. Take 3 breaths here, like we did in Warrior One. Eye gaze over the middle finger. And then we'll flip the front palm, reaching up out of the waist. And coming back to Warrior Two. Bringing our hands to our heart. And then we'll come back to the front of the mat, any way that's best for you. And we'll get ready for the other side. So we'll step back with the left leg this time, opening up the hips to the side. Eye gaze is forward over the middle finger. Breathing, lifting your chest, but rooting your feet down. 2 more breaths. Flipping the front palm, we'll reverse our warrior. Opening the front body. Beautiful. And coming back to Warrior Two. Hands come together. And we'll come to the front of our mat. Breath here. Beautiful. And we'll get ready to come down to the mat. So widen the feet, maybe slightly toed out. We get ready for Malasana or a garland pose, squat pose. So we could take a block or a book, and we could, as we come down, we could hold onto the block, we could sit on the block, or we could gently come into squat pose, progressing to get to this part of our practice, this squat pose. Progressing by sitting on a block or holding the block is perfect. It doesn't have to look exactly like this. So again, give yourself less judgment. And we'll take another breath in Malasana, lifting the chest but rooting the feet down. And if you'd like to take a stretch, you can just drop the right arm, reaching with the left up. Nice opening in the heart. And then you can do the other side. And sending ourselves back down onto the mat. We'll draw the legs together, the soles of the feet. Holding onto the feet as we inhale, folding gently over the legs. Feeling a nice stretch in the inner thigh area, groin area. Softening the face. And then allowing yourself to come back up. We'll take the legs and let them open to the side. And again, not too intensely, feeling in control, grounded in your sits bones. Feet can be flexed. And we'll gently begin to move a little back and forth, bringing some gentle movement. Sliding your hands down your legs, coming back to stillness. And you can take your block and you can hold your hands on top of it or your elbows as you reach forward gently, maybe dropping onto your chin, onto your hands, or onto a block, any height, whatever feels good for you as you stretch here, letting the head, the shoulders go, softening the face. Another breath. Finding our way out. And we'll nestle that left hand along the left inside of the leg as we open up the chest towards the sky, reaching the top arm overhead. Gentle opening here. And reaching forward, but an opening at the same time. And then back up. We'll find the other side, finding that same little bit of positioning on the other leg. Again, opening the chest gently, reaching and folding. And coming out of that, beautiful. We'll draw the legs in, coming to that seat. And taking the right arm across, hooking the forearm, letting that shoulder drop as you draw it in. So D and D, draw it in and drop. Breathing into the shoulder. And letting that go. We'll do the other side. And if you lift weights or you do too many downward dogs, you need a nice shoulder stretch. This really will help you. Dropping this in as well as drawing it in. Another breath. And we'll let that go. Rolling the wrists one direction and then the other. Opening and closing the hands. We'll take the hands behind us, interlacing the fingers, sending the arms down and away from the body. And maybe there's a look up as we stretch the shoulders back, or chin can come down if that feels good, or right in the middle. And letting that go, shaking it out. We can take our finger to our thumb and our middle finger to our thumb, our ring finger and our baby finger, and then I should say little finger, and then back. Some fine motor skills here, maybe closing the eyes, seeing how fast you can go, and then rolling the wrist on the other side, and first finger to thumb, middle finger to the thumb, ring finger to thumb, pinky finger, and then back and forth a few times. Maybe closing your eyes, maybe doing them together. Just some fine motor skills, coordination. Good. And then we'll find our way back to the center here, sitting on our mat. We'll take a breath here as we drop the chin again. And take a roll to the right gently, and then back, chin to chest to the other side. And then coming back to the center, you can take a roll to the right all the way around or just to the side, like we did in the beginning. And then you can do the same thing on the other side. Semicircle, or let the neck go all the way around. Coming back to the center, taking the hands to the shoulders. We'll take some twists. Keeping that chest lifted, using that waist. Good. And then hands come off, taking the right leg out, left leg in. We'll flex the front foot, toes coming towards us as we inhale up and begin to reach out with the heart, dropping the hands wherever they land is perfect. Not using the hands to force anything, but just letting the chest lead and drop down. And then sliding yourself back. We'll do the other side. Left leg out. We'll inhale up. Leading with the chest. Beautiful stretch here. Any amount. Maybe if you have the toes, you can send them towards you a little bit. With the hands. Stretching them too. And then coming back up. We'll draw the left heel in like we're going to sit in cross-legged position. And we'll take the right leg over the left thigh, hugging that knee in. Finding our grounding, our sits bones as we grow tall, reaching the arm across the thigh, the left arm. Take the right arm behind you as a kickstand, a gentle kickstand. We're not forcing anything. Inhale here. And gently use the waist muscles to twist over to that side. And if this is uncomfortable, you can always use the left arm to just hold the knee in towards the chest as you twist. Maybe there's another small twist if we inhale here. And twist a little bit more, even if it's a millimeter. We can let that go. And having the knees stacked a little more, draw the right heel in towards you a little bit. Holding onto the feet, that's one option. And just folding or leaning forward any amount. Nice hip stretch. Or bringing the arms forward onto a book or a block or the floor. As we take cow face pose here. And then coming back up, we'll draw the right heel in like we're gonna cross our legs, but take that left leg across, snuggling the bottom knee in a little towards the middle. Take ourselves and grow tall, rooting down but lifting, our theme here, reaching up with that right arm, bringing it across, kickstanding the opposite hand as we take that twist. Floating tall in the crown as we twist. And maybe there's one more twist here. We'll breathe in. And a little bit more. Holding here and breathing. And sometimes it can be hard to breathe in there, but you're massaging the organs with the breath. And then we'll send ourselves back and nestle that right heel a little closer to us, maybe stacking the knees almost as we fold forward again, holding onto the feet, grounding yourself on the floor, on a block. As you come forward, chin can come over that knee or rest on it. Or maybe you're here stretching, leading with the heart. Another breath. And then we'll slowly come up, unwind the legs, and we'll come down onto our backs. Again, finding that stillness, feeling the shoulder blades on the ground. We'll take the knees in, taking the right leg over the left. Let the knees fall over to the right. And if this is too much crossing them, you can just keep them side by side and drop them. Eye gaze to the right if it doesn't hurt the neck. We're not here too long. Another breath. Having a nice twist for the lower back, tailbone. Knees come back up. Gentle drawing in of the knees. Left leg over the right. Arms out to a T. Shoulder blades on the floor. As we drop over, taking a nice full body twist. Eye gaze can be to the left or up. Softening the space between the eyebrows. Softening the face. Deep breaths into that belly. And then we'll begin to unwind the legs. Bringing the legs in wide first and then together. Feeling for the ankles, outside soles of the feet as we gently apply a little pressure. Happy baby. We'll rock from side to side, massaging the back. Or some stillness. See what your body's calling for in happy baby. And then we'll let the left foot come down. Take that right ankle and just draw it across that thigh. And maybe this is enough right here, pressing into the thigh, or drawing the knee, taking the hold of the back of the thigh, drawing the leg in. Feeling a gentle hip stretch in that right side somewhere. Tuning into your body as we take another couple breaths. Flexing both feet. Good. Let that stretch go. Left ankle, cross the thigh. Staying here, drawing in that leg. Gentle breath. Flexing both feet to increase the stretch. And we'll come down from that, bringing the soles of the feet together, feeling that lower back on the floor, one hand on the lower belly, one hand on the heart, as we begin some 3 breaths here and breathing. And as you're breathing here, I want you to come back to that person you dedicated your practice to, picturing their face and picturing love coming from you to them. And then sending the love that's in your heart, the warmth, to yourself. You can symbolize it as a golden light, a sunlight, coming onto the crown of your head from above and down through your skull and down your spine. That white or golden light reaching your tailbone, your pelvis, the rest of your legs and your ankles and toes, bathing you in warmth. And then we'll begin to come into Shavasana by straightening out the right leg, letting it come a little bit wider than waist. And the other leg, I'm on top of Yoda here, so I'll move over a little. Ooh, I can see outside it's getting ready to storm. Sunlight's gone away. And again, one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. You could rest your arms open to receive with the palms up, arms away from the body, or palms down for more grounding. See what feels good for you. And just take a few breaths here, letting everything go. You did a wonderful job moving today and stretching. Balancing Warrior 1 and Warrior 2. And knowing that you can always come back to this video and practice again. Progressing and setting goals for yourself. And you can pause this video and stay here longer. Or begin to wiggle the fingers, the arms, the toes. Maybe making some small movements that feel good to you. When you're ready, you can draw the knees into the chest, maybe a little rock on your back. Roll to your favorite side, making a pillow for your head as we lay in a fetal position. Calling to mind 3 things we're grateful for that we have in our life. It can be as simple as the air that we breathe, or a safe, comfortable bed at night to sleep in. Counting our blessings adds so much wealth and so much joy to your day. And we'll let the eyes begin to float open, pushing into the earth with the palm of the hand as we come up to that seated position, getting ready to ground those sits bones down yet again. Chest lifted, crown of the head floating up. Hands can come to the heart, just noticing how you feel. And you can bring the chin to the chest. May you be happy, positive in your mind, eager to try things. May you be safe. May you feel comfortable. May you feel peace and ease in your day, that calming feeling. And may you be healthy, thriving in your body and mind. And bringing our hands to our third eye. Thank you, bowing down. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste, which means the light in me honors the light and teacher in you. So thank you all for taking this video and practicing gentle yoga with me. You might want to try another video, Yoga with Joan Bossy. We have power yoga. We have lots of different ones. And Yoda, do you want to say goodbye? Yeah? It's all done? We're all done? Yeah. And if you like this video, you can give it a like and comment. Let me know how you feel and how you did. I love to read the comments. So have a wonderful day. And